As Russian forces strike across Ukraine's sovereign territory, neighboring Moldova has been caught in the crossfire.
In the beginning, we have several violations of our airspace. Unfortunately, we have even some remains of the missiles that fell down on our territories.
But Moldovan Defense Minister Anatoly Nasati and other top military leaders tell VOA that despite a war raging to the east, the most immediate security issue is already within Moldova's borders.
The biggest threat is coming from Transnistria and the Russian elements that are there.
Sealed off by the Dniester River, Transnistria is a separatist region supported by Russia. Roughly 1,500 Russian troops are still stationed there. We encountered some as we crossed the river. We're at a Moldovan checkpoint at the autonomous Transnistria region, which is internationally recognized as Moldovan territory. But a few hundred meters in front of me, Russian forces are manning another checkpoint. They call themselves peacekeepers, and they have a say over who gets in and out. For our security and to prevent another tense encounter with Russian troops, Moldovan border security on the Transnistria side escorted VOA without incident as we recrossed the river in the direction of Chisinau. Russia promised to withdraw its troops from Moldova in international agreements signed in 1994 and 1999. But Moscow never fulfilled its promises.
This is a big security issue. We have those troops on our territory and we have a war just close to our borders. So the security situation is very fragile, let's say like this, in Moldova.
The security challenges come as the European Commission on November 8th recommended opening negotiations for Moldova and Ukraine to join the EU. Chisinau says that while Moscow uses its military arsenal to attack Kyiv, the Kremlin is using every non-military tool in its arsenal to dash Moldova's Western aspirations. Tensions between Russia and Moldova have skyrocketed. Over the summer, Chisinau expelled 45 diplomats and staff from the Russian embassy behind me for what it said was unfriendly actions. And Moldova has repeatedly accused Russia of hybrid warfare.
It's not about accusation. We can feel the effects of this hybrid war every day. During the winter, when they cut out the supply of gas and when they're bombing the critical infrastructure of the Ukraine, that is directly linked to our infrastructure, so we have a blackout here as well.
Moldova's Minister of Internal Affairs, Adrian Efros, says it's also about disrupting their information space.
They make this hybrid war more intense, with more disinformation, with more cyber attacks. They try to make the tension between different regions of Moldova to make this tension internally.
Some Moldovans, especially those with links to Ukraine, say they shrugged off the energy crisis and surging inflation last winter as a badge of honor.
It was more expensive, but it's better to pay more money for gas than to pay a criminal regime that are killing people.
But in a country where Russia historically has held sway, not everyone is on board with Moldova's new attitude. So people here support your reforms?
Unfortunately, the society is still divided.
U.S. Ambassador to Moldova Kent Logston says Moldova is experiencing a historic moment.
If you think about all of the countries around Moldova, looking to the west, those countries all joined NATO, they joined the EU. And now Moldova kind of missed the bus, if you will. They saw it go by and they think this is their chance.
Moldova is now seen as the front-runner for EU membership, with negotiations expected to start later this year. Carla Babb, VOA News, Chisinau.